What's up, world? I come to you the second part of what I was talking about the other day when I sent out that video, man. I'm hoping that I find you in the best of health and best understanding. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah. So the reason I started this YouTube channel is I'm gonna keep it real, man. You see the hash? I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of people can't keep it real. They keep it real fake, man. Real understanding, man. You hear the song in the background, huh? Hey. Let me turn it up for a little bit. Drinking my little juice, man. It's all about drinking healthy and doing right. Try to keep it right. I give all praise to Yahweh, man, and my Heavenly Father, and all the people that came in my life and gave me the understanding, man, at an early age. And sometimes you gotta live life to see what they was talking about is real. I'm gonna turn this down because I'm finna get into the chat. Life brings about a change. That means you should do that too, man. Sometimes you need an awakening. And it's good if you don't overlook the opportunities that come to you when it comes to you. A lot of people ain't gonna get this knowledge. That means if you are receiving this, it was your time to wake up, man. It's not a secret, but everything comes into a person's life for a reason. If it's even a season. Like I said before in the last video, if you know better, you should do better. And if you don't do better, the retardation is on you. Oh yeah, you see me sporting that goddamn cowboy, you know what I'm saying? But that shouldn't, the team that, all right, that made me say something. The team that I root for shouldn't have no infraction how you get this knowledge and understanding, man. Right? This is entertainment. Them Cowboys don't give me nothing on my I'm about to say books. In my bank to support them. It's just a pastime, some entertainment. Right? It's pastime. But I think some of the things we indulge in need to stop being our pastime and start applying that time. If you are watching the boys, right? Whatever team, New England, Cincinnati, St. Louis, Chicago, New York, it goes on and on. Jaguars, it goes on and on, man. You know what I'm saying? Raiders, the Titans. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say, this how old I am, fool. I'm about to say the Houston Oilers. You know what I'm saying? But everything can be changed. You see how them team names are getting changed? Who is Washington now? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting in their feelings. Everybody, see, the thing is, they want to pick the things they really want to contemplate on to distract people, man. Who cares what your name is, right? You pacifying the whole situation. It's unjust. The whole world is unjust. It's crazy because I was going to keep talking about the youth, but I could talk about a life situation, man. Life situation is they worried about what's going on everywhere else than right here, man. But it seems like we don't care, man. Matter of fact, I think a lot of us is too passive. You might as well let them people come in and sit at your table without an invite. Without any invite, you might as well let them come sit at your table and you feed them. It's too much wrong going on for us not to pay attention what's going home in your mind frame of thinking. What's coming home to you? What you see? Oh, it's too terrible. You don't want to wake up and see the real. So is anything coming home mentally? You know what I'm saying? Everything, every sport that you play, it's a goal, right? To score. To score. We can't, look, man, we can't sit like we ain't got no issues amongst our community. We can't do that. It first starts with you. Like I said, only reason you gonna get this video if Yahweh wanted you to see this. I'm not a scholar. I'm just an individual been in the environment so long where I can talk about it and how I bettered myself and how I continue to better myself and my family and give him all the praise. That don't make me a soft individual, because you try this, you'll see, right? But why you come at your own people like that, though? We got so much hate. We got so much hate, man. That somebody that look like you in the mirror, rap like you, talk like you, walk like you, sing like you, live like you, that's your enemy. Guess what, though? Look in the mirror. So why did you wake up this morning? On some negative stuff? Yeah. I know so many people that lost their lives over a lot of stupidity, man. I had to get up out that thought. I'm always going to have them in mind, man. I wish they would have woke up when I woke up, or I wish tables would have turned, you know what I'm saying? But that would have caused somebody else's family to go through the remorse period of trying to heal themselves, man. We scarred as a culture. And the only reason you can get scarred if you keep getting abused. Not talk about women are getting abused or men's are getting abused. The whole system abused the man. I don't even want to go there right now, but we got a lot to talk about, man. And it's you allow them to come in your life. Them people, you allow them to come in your life. Why? You're looking for help. Why? It's a little bit of laziness in you. We got to get rid of that laziness. You see what I'm saying? We got to get rid of that laziness, man. And it ain't going to happen over time, right? But it got to start. How many years and how many generations we got to keep doing this, man? Let's talk about this, man. Let's rectify this situation, man. Okay, so if we had, let me go here. If we had the internet back in the day, Generation X, right? Okay, let's go back. You remember the first time they put cable in the house? Huh? What we had, like 15 channels? Huh? Something to talk about when we was in junior high. Now we talking about junior high, that'll be like in the 80s. Everybody was talking about it, man. Incredible Hug, you know what I'm saying? Catching a Saturday morning cartoons. But your mama made you clean that house, though, right? Your mama made you clean that house. That's crazy, huh? Because we can talk about some real conversation. We all respected the streets, but also we respected our parents. You know, I thought my parents were more gangster than the police, man. Somebody should have told them slavery over with. That's crazy, right? Huh? So I said that to say this. So they said they don't want you whooping your kids, right? Because they want to whoop them with this lifetime, with this destruction. Come on, man. Who do these people tell you how to raise your kids? I know that piece of paper, and we can go all into the doctrine. You know, when you have a baby in the hospital, that's a ward of the state, right? That's state property. Huh? Look, when was the last time you looked at the birth certificate? When you say United States, it's a corporation. So they using your social security number to make these loans with these other companies. But we ain't going to go so deep. I'm talking about parents. If you want to have this conversation with your child, you don't even have to let them see the video. Make them think that it came from you, for real, for real. But you need to wake up, man. Ain't no need to feel sorry that it's just now that you coming across this information. Where this cat been? What slugger been all my life, right? They had me preoccupied. And I had myself preoccupied because I was getting my life right. It ain't easy getting out of a situation that I was in. It's a lot of transition, man. I had to find out, of course, with a record on your back, it ain't easy to find a job. But you got to have somebody who believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And that was my mama, man. Because I called on the phone. I say, Mom, man, I ain't worried about this. This is fresh out, man. I did about 3 months, maybe. But I'm so I'm so tired into that fast life. I say, I ain't finna do this, man. I ain't finna work for these folks, man. Because you can see it's a mental of slavery. Real talk. People on the that ain't working, I feel like they got the choice not to work, but they rely on the government. It's a sense of freedom. You don't have to clock in. You get up when you want to, stay up late. A lot of people don't want to give up their life. But if you want to change our generational curse, excuse me, y'all. You got to do right, know better. You got to know better, man. So if somebody can really have a dialogue and be able to speak this conversation, but it's real gutter. But I think I'm somewhat educated because at the end of the day, it could be about pronunciation. But how long you been doing that? You've been pronouncing these words right, but the youngsters ain't listening. Nobody's listening. Because they don't know where you're coming from, man. They don't know how to, let me say it like this. A lot of people say that's a Sambo. But educated brothers and educated people, period, shouldn't be in the category of being educated like they nerds or geeks and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I tell myself, man, I wish, but I couldn't see it. That wasn't me, right? I was a nerd or a geek, right? I did good in school, man. Was I the smartest one in school? No, I wasn't the smartest one, but I wasn't the dumbest. I graduated, right? So I said all that to say this, man. We got to come to the table and understand nobody's perfect. We got to come to the table understanding when you get out of a bad situation, it's going to take some time to have that transition. It ain't going to happen overnight. And if it does happen overnight, you lucky, you blessed. Use that opportunity because it takes more people longer, right? Use that opportunity to tell these guys, man, hey, man, it's going to be hard. It might be hard for a short period. It might be hard for a long period. You're going to have discrimination that's still alive. And you done put a jacket on your back, it's harder. Because everybody in the world, even your own kind, is judging you. You got to show the world. You have to wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I'm going to do better, man. I know everybody thinking that I'm a failure. Then you ask yourself, did your mama raise a failure? Because it ain't nothing about being hard no more, man. Huh? They made snitching on your homeboy, the whole code is messed up, man. And if you putting bull crap out there, man, hey, anybody know me, I can go off, boy. I'm just trying to keep it clean so the youth can hear it, man. I can go off, man. Because I'm passionate about this. I feel like we done ran out of time. I'm catching the back end. But everybody in my circle, they understand, man. It ain't no joke, man. Some people don't get a second chance or a third chance. That's just like I said a couple of videos ago. How many times you gonna bump your feet? Bump your head, get that knot. You gonna look at it? Say the world caused that to happen to you? How the world caused that to happen to you and you walking around the world with your eyes closed? Oh, Slugger, what you mean about that, man? You already know it's destruction in the way you going. Oh, you thought you was a slick one. We all did. You know? Bullet don't have my name on it. The laws ain't watching me, right? Man, I do this thing like I ain't never did it. Only reason I'm going to say this, man, and this is real talk. If you ain't never got jammed up, man, you with the people, man. You ain't that smart. So everybody around you need to look at you and say, damn, fool, why you ain't never been locked up? I'm smarter than, no, you talking. You part of the problem. I keep referring back to this movie Snowfall, where the guy in the hood was working with the CIA to fund a war across the water. And why did they bring it to our community? Because they already know we was in poverty. We'll jump at the first opportunity, man. Stop jumping at the first opportunity. What's that saying? Anything that look good ain't good. That grass ain't green on the other side. How many people jumped out of a relationship to go get with another situation? I know we human, man. We human. So we're going to constantly bump our head and live and learn. But I'm saying we need to be there more for the kids, the youth, because they have no guidance. I don't see no guidance out there, man. All of them ain't lost, though. You have some of them youth, man, is on point. Guess what? They had a good mentor. You think they woke up one day and say, man, I don't want gang bang. I don't want to sell drugs. If I would play football, football, then I'm going to be the best at it that I can. If I'm going to get some education and go to college, I'm not going to mess up my parents' money like that. Because they know the struggle is real. But sometimes, if you give a child too much, they take you for granted. What you do to your parents. You took them for granted, huh? That's why I say earlier, the world is round. You can teach a child anything, a young teen anything. They still going to have to find their own way. You're going to have to respect that. Didn't your parents respect it? Oh, some of your parents fought and all that, tried to keep you from the street and blase. But they worked. So what happened? The street took you. If it's in you like that, or your environment's like that, it's easy to get distracted. We all been distracted in our life. And y'all scholars and professors who's teaching this information ain't talking about, yeah, I had a slip and fall, but I learned how to get back up. You need to teach these kids that. But if you had a slip and fall, it shouldn't be only in your mind. You have to go through a situation of being incarcerated to really understand what a real slip and fall is. You can fall off, go to jail one time, God bless you. Because some people ain't built for that. That's okay. God ain't gonna put nothing on you, man, more than what you can handle. And you know what's so crazy, and I'm gonna speak on this, suicide, man. Growing up, I haven't seen too many of my tribe, let me say it like that, real individuals, man. We'll take a risk, who cares? You know what I'm saying? But we learn some risks ain't worth taking. Because everybody ain't who they say they are, right? So at the end of the day, we learned that you should always, man, depend on yourself. So like I was saying earlier, if we had social media back then and one of them old schools got out here and talked to me like I'm talking to y'all, and I chimed in on it, I wasn't worried about what the rap nation, what them, those people are putting out there, that propaganda to keep your mind all twisted and confused is talking about. I would tap in, man, because you chosen. You know what? I think I'm a hashtag, where the chosen ones at today, man. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Because I'm going to keep it real. Only reason you're going to subscribe to my channel if you chosen, man. Chosen to make a difference. Chosen to make a change in the school system. Because they don't want a real conversation. If we got to go to school, or they going to give you a truancy because you're trying to homeschool, or you see they teaching a bunch of bull, right? Who cares about history, really, though? Your parents should tell you your history. How the enemy gonna tell you your history? Oh man, don't make me go there, man. So I might not even get no play on this L. But in my heart, I know I said it. I said it to the world, man. Ball none fade out. But we ain't gonna even go to that level, man. I'm tired of these actors, though. They thinking that if we having a problem in our community, they have the right to talk about it. The voice of our community. Man, go sit on your plush couches, man, and live your Beverly Hills life. What have you done for your community, man? How do we support these rappers in Hollywood and our community is worse? It's the worst it ever been. How can we support that, man? Why are you watching that TV and they ain't giving back to you, man? I know a lot of organizations that give back to their community, but it ain't as much. And people say propaganda, like, okay, this guy got a fundraiser going on. You looking for it? Well, if you was part of your community, you'll know when it's going down, right? If you was part of the school system, you'll know when it's going down, right? What they got to prove to you for? It's in them to do it. Now, I know a lot of people have done that in the past. You remember them, go back to that candy people used to sell. Yeah, I was one of them. And that man told me, man, I get, what'd he say? 50 cents off every bar I sell. And the bar was $1. No, matter of fact, it was less than that. He say, I get like 25 cents off every bar of candy I sell. Man, I sold boxes and boxes, man. I don't know where that charity was going to, but I can see it wasn't going to my community. But guess what? It was a quick buck. That's the same thing as a person tell you, you got an opportunity to change your life, but he directing you, conversating with you the wrong way, man. Because he getting away with it don't mean you ain't going to get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? Hollywood is down with sacrifices. Just make sure you ain't one. Right? Man, they talked about it, but everybody's eyes are closed. Right? Everybody's minds are closed. I talked about it earlier, man, just like my boy James Brown say, man, that's my inspiration for the day. That's probably why, I did a little jig or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the big payback, man. It's the Generation X speaking out, man. And some of y'all other generations, if y'all old school, makes sense when you talking, man. Don't worry about Hollywood. It's exactly that. It's Hollywood. I don't care nothing about Hollywood, man. Nothing.